Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Mirror's Edge. Let's continue. We really didn't get that much done last episode. We got stuck in a problem. And let's see, when we go over here to collectibles, like we've collected 7 out of 30. I think we've missed probably somewhere between 20 and 15 out of 30. I think we are somewhere near the middle of the game, if not past the middle of the game, and we have not done a good job with those. So when you do a jump like that, there's two ways you could try to land that jump. You could think you're gonna definitely land on the ground and press the left trigger so you roll or slide, depending on what the game decides it wants to do. Or you could press the right bump because you are going to catch the ledge, like that. So I just died because I assumed I was going to land it and instead didn't catch the ledge. Actually, it's been quite a pretty good percentage of this game has been spent on the lower levels of the city. I remember a lot more of it being taking place at the very rooftops of the buildings.
Looks like you're gonna have a fight on your hands.
So I saw a runner signal, which means that there would have been a collectible somewhere around there, but I'm not interested in it. Instead, I'm more interested in just trying to figure out how to get down. And not die. Feels like the amount you can fall is pretty arbitrary. Apparently, me falling there triggered a checkpoint. A bicycle on the roof doesn't make a lot of sense. Somebody gonna try to bike around in circles there? Man, tapping that Y button, trying to get that gun from him, and failing miserably. So we have like parkour stuff, but we haven't been using any of that because they're shooting guns at me, and my main objective when somebody's shooting a gun at me would be to get the gun away from them. So like doing something like this and doing this and trying to all that, no, that doesn't work. In fact, I've never known it to work in any of my gameplays through Mirror's Edge. Let's see, if we run here, slide, kick. Does that work? Not really. Yeah, 3 hits. 3 hits will punch him out. So, yeah, maybe in theory you could take him out. On easy mode, too. Let us not forget, we are playing on easy mode. So, wow! I got like 3 hits in them, it's still not good enough. What do we want to do? Let's see. Think we can just outrun them? And here's where we're supposed to go. all these areas are kind of designed so you can outrun them. Yep, we outran it. They're still shooting, wow.
You're doing good. Mall's just a few blocks ahead.
Oops. Oh well. We'll take this one. Take this one. Or are we supposed to drop down into the elevator? I'm not sure. B button's not even working right now, so yeah, I think that's where we're supposed to go. Barely made that. Yeah, this is the right way, apparently. B button's not, look, B, 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 not pointing me in the right direction at all. They figure you can figure it out yourself. Which is great until you run into the one player that can't figure it out themselves. Oops. Or a player like me who will just kill themselves. Oh, seriously? You gotta be joking me. No, yeah, they are joking. They moved me a little bit further in the story. So I would have come out that door, gone up that place, and jumped on this. For a second there, I thought they had moved me really, really far back in the story. To a checkpoint. Now, this is a failure of the checkpoint system either way, though. Anytime somebody happens to wander in an area and it activates a checkpoint and they die within 5 seconds, that's no good. You need both feet on the ground, standing still or not taking damage for at least 1 second, I would say, before a checkpoint should be activated. Because if I happen to fall and I don't do half the game, I just missed content there. I just missed a part of the game that I could not play easily, at least. Maybe there was some way to manipulate myself back into the point where I was before, but for most players that would have just been stuff I couldn't ever do. So I'm gonna run here and do this. Left, right bump, wall run, left bump to turn it 180, right bump to jump. Here I'm just gonna wall run to this, and there's a little pipe behind this poster. It's surprising these posters are not digital, but then again, maybe everything is so consistent and stringent here that the posters never change. I thought that was a button there. Again, let's just try and avoid these guys because they're no fun to play with. Here I have to hit left here to switch.
Get to the mall without being shot at.
Still going this way, good. There's another bag somewhere around here. I'm not gonna bother with it. Which way do we go? We go this way, go up, and then mess up that. Punch the door. Hey, there is art in this world. It's rare. These are like residential rooms, I assume apartments. That'd be my guess. Everything's painted black and white. This game really needed a leader who was like an enigmatic. Is that the word? Enigmatic? I'm pronouncing it wrong. Enigmatic. It needed a leader who you could really think is slightly crazy and totally obsessive about a black and white society to really explain this. Now this elevator is under control of the people, so I can't use that anymore. They're gonna paint everything. We see that these buildings are still built like normal buildings, they're just painted to look differently. And if I remember right, yep, nope, I don't remember right. This is a different area. There's like one area that's a pretty big hassle. Well, I slowed down time because I hit the wrong button. Look at the fan slowly moving. There we go, we're supposed to do this. There we go, that's how we get in. Sorta. That's how a good player gets in. That would have been how a mediocre player got in. And that would have been how a decent player got in. You gotta do this really quick. I'm missing something here. Like, there's no way to get up here. As far as I can tell. Oh, you can swing yourself back and forth. There we go. So that's how I get in. So I think I could drop down there if I wanted to. I think I could drop down there and if I wanted to. And that's my only two options. Alright. So what does this say? Drawing. And then here is a We Remember company, which I don't know if that's a parcel delivery company or what. Where are we headed? Just to the red door. Through here. Now we go through this mall.
Roadburn was meant to be meeting his little friend in the atrium, right? Well, it should be just ahead of you.
There we see somebody is running away from me. She ran me right into a trap. Well, now that I know it's a trap, why would I go? There's the button. Avoid the bullets. Avoid the bullets.
Climb up towards the upper levels.
So we're climbing towards the upper levels. We can't take this green exit? Nope. Man, games should not do that. I am so trained in video games to always take the green exit to exit a level.
You gotta get to the roof, Faith.
What was I supposed to do here? I was supposed to make that jump. And then make this jump. Nope.
Climb up towards the upper levels.
Okay, nice checkpoint there. That's not too bad. So once I get up to this section, I think I'm going to have to run up the wall and do a backwards jump. Oops.
You gotta get to the roof, Faith.
Yeah, and at this point you're just like sitting duck. Once they get there,
Climb up towards the upper levels.
that's just programmed wrong. I'll say that. That feels like they should never get that close. I know they're trying to do something here. Up, jump. That made it.
To the roof, Faith. Wall's got some support structures and maintenance areas at the top. There should be a way out up there.
Here we go. There it is.
Keep going.
Keep running. There's only one path. Although that totally felt like at some point there would have been multiple paths there. I guess there kind of is a problem with the multiple path thought in this game. Because if you go with multiple paths, then you probably need to add more bad guys. And the last thing I want is more bad guys. But if you take out the gun part and they're just chasing you, and you just don't want them to catch up with you. Maybe it's alright if there was just people chasing you. Really? For a game that prides itself on moving fast, there are certainly some things here that take too long. These should be like instant off fans, just large braking sound, and they just stop.
No sign of Roger. Proceed to lockdown area.
Or at the very least, what you should do is not damage me until after I turn it off. Like, you have to just sit there and wait. Let's keep on running, I guess.
All quiet up here.
What am I supposed to do here? Am I supposed to get up here? I mean, up here, I'm up. What do I have to do? See, that gets me up here. So I've made it up here. Now I cross over here. And now what? Like, what's the trick? What's the trick, game? I guess. Let's see if we can make this. Nope. Wow. This is a pretty demanding maneuver. So this does definitely feel like there's two paths here. It does feel like we could try and take out all those guys. Although I'm not sure you'd actually succeed at that. Man. I mean, it's pretty difficult just to even get to this point. So I'm gonna wall run, try to jump towards the middle. Turns out you can just adjust yourself on the fly here. Alright. Swing yourself back and forth. And jump. And what would be cool is if that, like, shattered and caused some weird effect or something. Right there. Or a cutscene or something. But it doesn't. So now just jump. And I think we're set. I think we may have just missed that whole section. That could have been a lot of more work. Or it very possibly could be that that was impossible to do that any other way. Can't help but feel like this area seems like that first area we climbed up into the vent. For the very first time in the game we climbed up a bit. But it's not the same area, obviously. Everything in the city looks the same, so I guess it's not that surprising.
Should be one last door and you're out of
New
there.
stream energy. So that's what the N stands for, is new stream. It could be that this whole city is run by mega corporations. That wouldn't be super surprising. Although there really isn't enough propaganda telling people that they must buy things or advertising or anything like that. The only corporations we've seen. I slowed down time again.
Looks like my little friend is back.
Think he's the assassin?
I don't know, but I think I know someone who does.
So why is she going back to Jackknife? Is the question. Why does she think he knows anything?
Hey, Faithy. Nice of you to drop by.
With a little bit of persuasion, Ropeburn was pretty chatty. Told me about his meeting with Hope's killer at the mall.
And you're thanking me, right?
But when I got there, guess who was waiting for me?
No idea, Faithy. I just go there for the pretzels.
Bad case of the blues. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No, Faithy. It wasn't me. Besides, if I wanted you dead, don't you think I would have just killed you myself?
You're right. A creep like you couldn't have organized.
Now, don't be like that.
Ropeburn's dead.
I'm impressed.
Wasn't me.
You need to be careful who you hang around with.
Oh, I learned that a long time ago.
And yet, here we are again. But I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut this little meeting short, Faithy. Places to be, you know how it is. Try not to get yourself killed.
Merc, you can stop pretending not to listen now.
What's up?
Can you do a search on Pirandello Kruger Security?
On it.
Why do you ask?
Been seeing their name around. In Ropeburn's
His office and somewhere else.
distinctive logo. Getting anything?
Just what you'd expect. Alarms, fencing, armored cars, private security. Oh, and they secure our world, apparently.
Where are they based?
A few offices around town. Just got a new place down near the docks.
Get me some coordinates.
I'm gonna go check it out.
So there must be multiple security companies. It's kind of interesting they all have tattoos. You'd think that what they'd want to have is the ability to mix in with normal people, and
Head toward the building with the
it doesn't
big
seem
stupid
like
dog
in this
symbol.
world that
Loading
there
bay
would
should
be
be a way
normal
in.
people with tattoos as extreme, or tattoos at all, I would bet. So I mean, it's a cool artistic thing. I also bet in Mirror's Edge Catalyst she won't have the elbow pad. So she's just going right into the den of vipers. It seems like running right towards the security firm. Get up here. Oh man, that B button can mess you up bad if you press it at the wrong time. because it changes the direction you're walking. Walking forward, hit B, all of a sudden you're walking that way. Might be what you want, might not be what you want. So it feels like the world is getting a little bit more open as far as just how to get up that section. Although it really didn't matter how you got up that section. So am I gonna have to go down to come up? I guess. Oh, come on. Can we just do this? No, that's too much. That's asking too much. I figured we might just be able to slide and jump and punch and jump right through there. This little hill is not a great experiment for this system. And I really don't feel like Mirror's Edge is actually a system where every single edge is automatically a place you can jump. It feels like it's an old enough game where it would have had to be hand programmed for every little block and every little item if you can jump on it or not. Unlike what eventually happened in Assassin's Creed is they were able to combine their animation and their let's see, how about I do this? Nope, just break my neck. They're able to combine their animation and their programming systems together in such a way that when they animate a square, the game already knows that that square has an edge that you should be able to grasp onto. We know that's not the case in this game because we've seen specific gates where it looks like you would be able to walk on them and you're not. Here, let's do this one instead. That seems like that's a smoother path. Think I could make that? You think I could just make that jump? Straight up? Yeah, I found the collectible. Guess we'll try it. Hey, it worked. Again, no real logic to this. There's no logic whatsoever that you would run to the police. I mean, you're fishing at this point. Fishing for any possible thing. Here's another example. These would obviously be something you could normally climb on, but the runner's vision is not activated and it's not programmed, so I can't grab them. No real explanation for that. Now these pipes are kind of thicker than these pipes here. Maybe that's the argument they tried to do with that, to make it seem like you couldn't climb the bigger ones. And I guess it kind of makes sense, but then it stops making sense when it just goes from red to white. This feels like there would be like a gun there, like a sniper rifle. Where are we heading? Up? Still? Oops. Again I say oops, I've said it a lot. Now I definitely appreciate when you can jump from one swing and you don't have to swing back and forth. I don't think that's a good system in Mirror's Edge. I think that's something that slows down the gameplay when we want the gameplay to be fast. I want it to be fast always.
Careful, they could.
So, there's a game that I'm gonna cover pretty soon around here, eventually at least, called Half Minute Hero, that is nothing like this game, except for in the fact that both games try to have you play very fast, and they do it in very, very different ways. So, it'll be an interesting comparison when I do cover that game. Man, if I can figure out how to get up there, and I'm not stuck on this game for the rest of my life. Like, it wants me to go up there. I can't just wall jump up to that. And I can't get up on these. So what am I supposed to do? Like, we know it's there. Like, oh. Apparently sometimes you have to go down to go up. That would be the solution. And then from here, this is a new thing. We go inside a building that's just this tiny little building to come back out here. Well, that's definitely not an elevator. But if I look at my clock, we have gone long enough to end this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.